everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Abigail, and today I am continuing the Drawing My Pets as People series. So today I'm drawing my cat Renly, and here is a picture of him. And he is absolutely adorable. He is part Siamese, and my husband and I adopted him a little over a year ago now. And he is such a sweetheart, and I don't know what I would do without that little stinker. So he is very, very extra, and so I wanted to go with a very extra outfit. So he has like a dress shirt with ruffles and a vest with things hanging off of it and a hat and like fancy like loafer shoes. I loved the way it turned out, and I decided to put him in like a magical-ish looking position, and I just felt like it really fit him very well. So I am sketching right now, and I'm sketching in a Prismacolor Col-Erase colored pencil in the shade Violet. And I like sketching in these because they do erase a bit, but like I like sketching in colored pencil because I don't erase it a whole lot before I go over it with ink. So I just loved the way this turned out, and I'm sketching here. I always start with, I get a little nervous to start with a completely blank page for videos, so I usually try to do like a little bit of a rough sketch before, or sometimes I even completely sketch the entire picture out. But anyway, I really adored the way this turned out, and I adore Renly. He's sweet, and he's a little flamboyant, I would say. He's very like, you know, he knows he's pretty is what it is. He knows he's pretty, and he uses that to play with our hearts, and that's okay. I will let him. He's so sweet. The completed sketch, and now I ink off screen as always, and I inked in a 0.1 micron FIneliner in the shade black. Yeah, and then I just been having issues. I love this paper because the markers blend very well on it. This is a Copic Sketchbook, by the way, but I'm not a fan of the inks on here, because no matter how long it seems that I let it sit, they always smudge. And luckily I was very careful with inking around or coloring around the ink lines, especially on his face. But so I just very frustrated. I'm gonna keep using it though because, like I said, it's fantastic for markers. But it was expensive and I need to use it up. I can't just be I can't afford to be picky when it comes to paper that is good with markers. For the color scheme I chose for him, as you saw in the picture, Renly is mostly white with some patches of gray. It's a very warm gray. He's a pink nose and blue eyes. Now, I knew I wanted him to have white on him because, you know, he's white. He's a white fur. So I always shade with purple. So I decided to just play into that color a bit then, because I knew I was going to use it quite a bit. So I used it for the his little vest, and I used the blue of his eyes on the cuffs, and there's like a little gem at his throat that I used that for as well. And I did kind of everything else then I filled in with gray. I saved his hat, coloring his hat, until like the very last thing, because I couldn't decide whether I wanted his hat to be purple like the vest or the dark warm gray, because I hadn't used that a whole lot. The dark warm gray, I used it on his shoes, and I think I used it on the tie and the little shoulder pieces, but I just couldn't decide whether I thought I needed it there to tie in, or if it was the purple. I ended up going with the purple. Spoiler alert, I just felt like the purple really, I don't know, it just looked so good. And when I was coloring a sketch, like I was planning out the outfit beforehand, I colored it purple and I just fell in love with it. So even though it did look good dark, I preferred it not dark. I preferred it the purple. And now we are getting close to wrapping this up. I color in around his eyes a bit for his eyelashes so they're a little darker, and I think I put in his little pupils, his cat pupils, and then which is really fun. I like using, you know, the pen to add some details like back in. I add a little texture then to the tail fur, and I go with this little brighter blue that I had put in his eyes on that little gem at his throat because I just felt like it's a gem. It needs to be a little brighter than like the cuffs. And then I use my Uniball Signo white gel pen to add in the white highlights, and that always makes a piece. And he looks so magical. My baby looks so cute. Oh my goodness. I definitely prefer how Renly's turned out so far over both Shiro and Ripley's. If you want to watch them, Shiro's my fish and Ripley is a foster, and it was, yeah, they turned out okay. So I go in and I add this little background. I decided to kind of roll the magical theme because it just looked very magical to me. So I added this cute little background of like a blend of all the colors that I had used, and that is it. I add some magical touches, and I really hope that you enjoyed this. And if you want to buy some stickers, I've got a link to my Etsy shop. I post a lot on Instagram, and I hope you have a fantastic day and stay safe. Bye!